Amplify Our Voices is a docuseries highlighting a collective group of entrepreneurial journeys of Black-owned businesses. In these colorful and raw dialogues, each business uniquely details their individual challenges, lessons, and triumphs of navigating their respective ventures. A Necessary Film seized an opportunity to execute authentically within our own niche by amplifying the voices of our own. Our goal in this series is to promote our peers in the most genuine and intentional manner. Amplify strives to not solely just support Black and Brown businesses, but to share their stories in our own way. 8 out of 10 Black-owned businesses fail within the first 18 months, a staggering fact that looms over minority-owned businesses every day. For those who push through and beat the odds, it takes courage, tenacity, and persistence. Sherifa, owner of Blacknugly clothing, guides us through the origins of her business and how she has established longevity over the last 10 years.
I don't like to say Blacknugly was started like an accident, but I was working at like a UPS store. I had a lot of free time at the time. So I used to go on Custom Ink and just design t-shirts. I designed a Biggie shirt and I was getting a lot of attention for it. It's one of my first designs says Black and Ugly. It has a picture of Biggie on the bottom. People kept referring to it as the Black and Ugly shirt as opposed to the Biggie shirt. So I was like, maybe I should, monetize on this. So I went with Black and Ugly, and around the same time I lost my job. And it was like when we were going through that recession, and I was on unemployment. So I was like, I have a lot of free time. I have this money. I'm still living with my parents and not paying bills. I'm like, let me use this money and dump it into this line I created. And that's how it caught traction and kept going. My name is Sherifa, but a lot of people know me as Rifa. I am the owner, CEO, designer, everything of Black and Ugly. I like to consider myself just a creator. I like to take my ideas and make them come into physical form. I think that's where the excitement comes in for me. My background, it's not like my parents are into art or anything. I think growing up in New York exposed me to art. And I feel like New York is a big, of course it's a melting pot, right? But it's also like a big collage of things. And I feel like my artwork I do collages a lot. I like to blend textures or, fabric. Even this, I love buckets and I love, mud cloth. Why not blend the two? So I believe my brand is that. It's a collage of things. It's Black culture. It's New York. It's different. It gives a message. So. I've had my highs and lows with it. There's times where BU's doing really well and it's easy to capitalize that momentum. Like if I think back, around when Instagram started, that's when I started pushing a brand on social media. Instagram was a whole different thing, right? We were able to reach so many people and it helped catapult the brand. As to today, where I'm going now through learning about how algorithms are formed and how to get buyership and from someone seeing a photo to them buying it. So I felt like within the 10 years I've learned a lot and I'm still learning. It's so much more information that we're able to pick up, but at the same time it's so much more to dig into. So I would say it's an up and down. When I started the brand, I was very independent and I felt like I can learn things and I'll figure it out. Now I'm realizing that I need help, I need people, I need someone who's more knowledgeable than me on this, or someone who can give me inspiration on this. So I'm learning to use the village that's around me and give people loads instead of like trying to take everything on myself. My best friend, he's like my assistant to my brand. He's been there since I started. So whether I'm vending or I'm doing a photo shoot, he's there to assist. That's been super helpful because, like I said, you can't carry all the loads yourself. I have friends who shoot videos, who are videographers. Shout out to Tyrone. I know who you are in Sesame Films. But it's been pivotal because, like I said, when I first started, I try to do everything. I try to take the photos. It doesn't come out the same that it's in your mind. Like, that's not something that I'm good at. So we can't all be good at the same thing. So I think you have to look around and see who does what in your group and who's good at it. BU it's me, right? So it's like as I grow, the brand will grow. So just being real, true to self as always. Like there's a lot of things that come down. It might be trendy to do, but I have to think, what I do, am I doing this because I want to do it, or do I want to follow a trend? And if I continue to ask myself that, then I'm always able to get to the fine point of why do I do this, and is it something authentic? I pivoted in the sense that when I first came out with the brand, it used to be just t-shirts and hoodies. I've ventured into doing accessories, print art. I've learned to sew, so I put some cut and sew in it. I think that what I do really enjoy about my brand is that it's such a large umbrella of things, and if I decide to go in any lane, like, it makes sense, like, because the brand like catapults art more than it does fashion, and like fashion is a sublet of the art. So yeah. It's like if you do the same thing, you get the same results, right? So in order to scale your business, you have to think, okay, my business here, where do I see this in 5 years? In order to be there 5 years, you start working backwards, right? I want to do a collab with Walmart, and then you go down. So in order to do that collab with Walmart, and then you inch your way back to where you are. And then, you plan. So right now we're in a planning phase. I just did a holiday pop-up shop for a whole month. So with that, I was able to think, okay, this business can grow in the sense that I do want a brick and mortar. So it's like, okay, it can go. I did the research. We was there for a month in Brooklyn Commons Park, and it worked out. It made sense. So I think you just have to see your goal for where it is and work backwards from that goal.
Growing and sustaining a business requires not only focus, but access to capital. Though Black businesses experienced a surge in growth over the last year, equitable access to funding remains low and difficult to achieve. Regardless, Black entrepreneurs continue to strive to scale.
I think it's out there. I've been doing a lot of research, and they are trying to make space for us. Even up to like 2 weeks ago, I applied for a grant. Hopefully I get it, right? But it's about giving us financial help and helping us scale our business in the sense that, what do you see for your business in 5 years? I see that I'll have a storefront. So that grant I applied to is there for that. I'm applying to another one, and it's to give you help for like marketing and digital space. Because that is a black hole for me. So I believe it's out there. They're trying to make space for us. We just have to do the research and be able to find it. Yeah. Good to say goals out loud, right? I think the next thing is we're gonna open a store. I'm hoping that I can have it done by the end of the year. But I think there's people who know my brand and understand the quality of it, but there's people who, when you shop online, you're so questionable. It's very questionable what you're gonna get, right? So a lot of people need that. They need to be able to come to a store, feel it. There's a smell to the brand. There's a look. So I'm hoping that I'm able to open a store. I think in my mind I'll be able to have better like organization within the brand, because it's not something that I'm living in. It's something that I'm going to. It'll help people to recognize the brand, to be able to put a face to the brand. a location. And because we are then centered, we don't have to vend as much, and I can take that time to capitalize on designing, which is, as the owner, the operator, I want to focus more on that and let the operations, operate.
Are these black people? Are they black? She black. Is he a nigga?
Navigating entrepreneurship while remaining true to her brand's vision over the last 10 years has helped to sustain Black and Ugly.
I think the idea that I'm living the life I want to live with it, I'm doing what I want to do with it. I'm not necessarily just doing it because it makes money. It's something that fulfills me. So I think having that seated in me helps to push it. I think another thing would be take your time, give yourself grace. There's a lot of information out here, and there's so many different sources to pull from, but give yourself time to learn, do your research, make connections, network, find your tribe. I think another thing I would say is it's a business, right? So you have to get help on that aspect. Like, you have to file your taxes, scale it. Like, you don't want to be in the same spot for 10 years or however long, right? So you have to learn to scale your business, do the research, and have a good tribe. Hi, I'm Sherifa of Black and Ugly Clothing, and this is Amplify Our Voices.